All right, it's Monday. We're gonna do another week of dinners this week. Right now, what do I want on my pizza? Mushrooms and peppers. Okay. Josie is playing with the Young, Wild, and Friedman kit while I prep dinner. So I did all the chopping before I had to take everyone to their places this afternoon. Some football workouts, some dance happening, and John's gonna do pickups while I put this in the oven and get it ready. So I just have sweet potatoes and gold potatoes chopped up. I just did olive oil, salt on both of them, salt and pepper on the regular potatoes, and then some turkey kielbasa. There's a lot of this because what I've been doing lately, especially after workout days for my kids, is just doubling dinner, and then they have leftovers for lunch the next day. And then for my little kids, I usually like pre-pack them little, like more lunches that they want, because let's be real, like my toddler does not want kielbasa for lunch, and neither does my 7-year-old, but they like, you know, a PB&J kind of a lunch. So lots of, like, I think I bought 4 of these at the store this week. And then I've also got some organic cabbage all chopped up and ready to be sauteed with this. So I'm just gonna roast these, and then I'll pan fry these and saute this cabbage in with it, with a little bit of like salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder type of a deal. And then serve it all up with some sauerkraut, which I know is like 2 forms of cabbage today. I didn't really think about it. Oh, did you drop it? All right. I'll be back with dinner. Well, I'm cooking my dinner in the kitchen. Josie's in the dining room prepping some pizzas for everyone, right, Jojo? These Young, Wild, and Friedman kits are a mom's best friend at 4 p.m. when you are ready, when you're just trying to keep a toddler awake for bedtime. Oh, here's your money. All right, dinner is done. I'm just gonna stick out some mustard, and then some of the kids like ketchup with that kielbasa as well. And then here is this for anybody who would like it, which is probably John and I and our older 2. Okay, so Bella has been taking over Tuesday dinners for me for the last few weeks. She's been wanting to learn how to cook more dinners instead of baking. She's really good at baking and bread making, but she's been wanting to cook. So that's been really great for me, because Tuesday nights she's totally free, and then Tuesday nights I can spend some time working on other housework that needs to get done, because our schedule is very light on Tuesdays. So I can be home more, which, you know, if you guys have been around here a while, you know that usually in the afternoons I'm running kids places because they're all involved in different sports. Anywho, so she's been learning some of the basic recipes, just basics of like cooking ground meat, and what else, Bella? Like soup making.
Yeah, like soup, and I made chili. Chili,
just some of like the staples that we rotate through regularly, like weeknight type meals. So tonight she's doing baked ziti. So we're just doing it in the good old-fashioned weeknight way that I grew up doing it. A couple jars of sauce. We've got some mozzarella cheese to shred up here, a couple of pounds of pasta, and I cannot, I'm the only one in my family, I ruin things for them because I cannot eat ricotta cheese. I'm like I get very sick when I eat it, and I don't know why, but anytime that we have to have ricotta cheese, it goes on the side. So it's not being cooked into the ziti tonight. So just like the way that my mom cooked ziti was just the pasta, cheese, sauce, and meat. And so she's browning up the ground beef right now. I found it locally. Cool story. I have been grabbing a 5% liver and heart blend with ground beef. It's like 95% grass-fed beef and then 5% mixed in, and it's like $20 a pound locally. And then I went to the farm store that is closer to my house to get some produce for the week, and they had from a different rancher who's actually one of John's clients. They had a 10% mix, which was super great, because what that means is that I can buy 1 pound of that, and that was $17 instead of $20. So what's great about that is I can buy that and then use like the Costco grass-fed beef and make 2 pounds altogether. And that 10% I feel like evens out to 5, right, across the board when you're doing 2 pounds. Anywho, the math is mathing for me. I don't know if I'm making any sense for you guys, but significantly cheaper to do it that way for the same amount of liver mixed in. It sounds so gross when I say it. Bella's probably cringing over there as she's browning up the meat. But that was a cost-efficient way for us to be able to double the meat in our recipes, which we have to do as a big family. So she's browning the meat over there, and then she's gonna assemble this, and then you have a salad to make, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, so ziti and salad coming up here in just a minute. One of her 2 pans of ziti, and we've got a nice fresh salad here. Good job, Bella Boo. All right, we are having chicken fried double rice. It's a Trim Healthy Mama recipe tonight, which is just like cauliflower fried rice, and then it's half cauliflower rice, half brown rice. And so you cook up the eggs or egg whites first, and then in some sesame oil, you cook up some chopped carrots, green onions, cauliflower rice, peas, whatever other veggies I have on hand, I usually toss in there. Then you're supposed to just push it over to the side of the pan and put the chicken in and cook it in some more sesame oil, but I double the recipe, so I have to pull all the veggies out, put all the chicken in, and then I kind of mix it back together, but by the time I add the brown rice in, I have to use a separate bowl, and then you add in the soy sauce and let it all cook together. So lots of veggies cooking together in one pan. I've got the rice going in the other, and then I just combine it in a bowl because my kids devour this. I know I've said that, I've shared this recipe a bunch before, and so I've definitely said that before, but I'll double the recipe and we still barely have enough for leftovers the next day. So I usually have to just like pull John's lunch out of this initially and then serve it so that I at least have lunch for him. And so yeah, cooking this up, couple more minutes left on the rice. I'll mix it all together and serve it up. Here it is, a whole gigantic bowl full of chicken fried rice. It is Valentine's Day and pizza movie night. Great combination. So yeah, so we are having fun themed pizza movie nights. We've got there's every pink, red, or off pink lollipop in town is at my house. Woo, Josie, are you okay? I made some popcorn in the popcorn machine. We've got little movie theater snacks, gummies, and chocolates here. The vegetables are purely for decoration after a day full of Valentine's exchanges with friends. And then heart-shaped pizza. And then, we want to do the honors. My sister brought the best Valentines, which are crumble. We haven't had crumble in, what'd you say, like November, Hope?
It's been really long.
September? It's been a long time. I think we got crumbled out, so we're ready to go back to our first love of crumble.
Yeah.
Anyway, fun family movie night tonight, and we're watching, you know, the most Valentine's-y movie possible, the 1985 Bears Super Bowl. I don't even know like how we connected the dots other than the kids wanted to watch it after watching the last Super Bowl last weekend. So we're gonna watch that, enjoy our heart family dinner, and stay up till 2 in the morning after a day full of sugar. All right, it is Sunday after church, and we do an early dinner on Sundays. So right after church, I put out some snacks. Last night was date night. The kids had mac and cheese and veggies for dinner. John and I went out to Outback, so we brought home our bloomin' onion. So we heated that up, got some fruit, some guac, salsa, and some chips to hold everyone over until we have dinner like around 3-ish. All right, we've got some Sunday dinner going here. We've got a nice big salad, some potato toppings, sweet potatoes or baked potatoes, and then John is finishing up the steaks on the grill. And then we've also got dessert tonight, of course, because Sundays we always have dessert. So that is, minus the steaks, our Sunday lunch. For dessert tonight, we have leftover crumble cookies from the other day, and then I made some shortbread cookies. I love this pan. I will link it below if I can find it. I always love making shortbread in this pan. Shortbread is one of John's favorites. And so when I found this pan up in North Carolina a handful of years ago, I grabbed it. Even though most of the things that I get, I have to have like commercial grade or like in order to make bulk recipes, this is just a small pan that I grabbed for when I make cookies for John. So it only makes 9 cookies, but because we have the other cookies, I could just do like a single batch of dessert tonight. All right, we are having biscuit breakfast sandwiches for dinner. So this is, these are biscuits I made with some fresh milled wheat. Sorry about the dog. We've got some Applegate chicken sausages there, some egg cups that I baked in the oven. Oh, is Grandpa here? Some cheese, and then I just chopped up some fruit. So, sorry, everyone, including the dog, loves Grandpa. Right. It's Tuesday night. I've got my Bellaboo in the kitchen again. Tonight, what are you making?
I'm making poppy chicken casserole and steamed broccoli.
Poppy chicken casserole and some steamed broccoli. So, is this your first casserole that you've made?
Kind of, yeah, I think so. Last week was kind of like, it was almost a casserole.
True, ziti's like a casserole, but this is your first like Midwestern casserole.
So, yeah.
You got a couple cans of cream of chicken in there.
Yeah.
Bring some of the Midwest down south here. Yeah, so we've got poppy chicken casserole. She made it over brown rice, whole wheat crackers, organic cream of chicken if it even matters, just to kind of make it a little. The brown rice, the whole wheat crackers, we're trying over here, but it's still a poppy chicken casserole at the end of the day, and it is delicious, and we will all have seconds. That's a pretty big casserole pan here. And then this is, now she's an old pro at steaming broccoli because this is our go-to veggie on the side here lately, so. She's working on that, and we're like 20 minutes out from dinner. Right, dinner tonight is chili mac. This is an old Paula Deen magazine recipe that I have had since like early on in our marriage. One of those ones that you buy at like the end cap at the grocery store. So I've had this recipe around forever. So it's basically, I mean, it's just like you season up some ground beef. I used ground turkey today. And then you add in like chili seasoning, onion, chicken broth, milk, bunch of cheeses, pasta. It's really good. It's a family comfort food. But I made a double batch of it, and I split half of it because we are hosting history tomorrow, and whoever hosts feeds the kids. And so I figured that it would just be easy to double this recipe, and this is what I'm serving up for lunch tomorrow as well. So chili mac for dinner tonight, one pot kind of meal. Yeah, nice and simple.